Good morning to one and all. Today we are going to speak about the topic arrays in C++. What is an array? First, why we are going to use the array type? Array type. In arrays, we can store many values. It is not a dissimilar values. Everything it has similar kinds of values can be stored. For example, if we are going to store one values, say example integer as an integer a is equal to 10, then in memory space allocations 10 will be stored. Then after that, if you are going to change the values to a is equal to 20, the 10 is replaced by the 20. So only one values can be stored in that type. But in case of using arrays, many number of elements of same type can be used. This reduces the program coding. It used to minimize the program coding. Many number of integers or many number of strings, many number of characters, everything can be stored in a single array. So array is defined as a group or collection of similar kinds of elements or data items that are stored together in the contiguous memory spaces. What it means? It group or collection of only similar kinds. That is, it should be everything integer or everything should be a character or everything should be a same data type elements or data items, whatever it can be stored together in a contiguous memory spaces. What is a contiguous memory spaces? It is then memory spaces disk allocations. It is not it is not a non-contiguous, it is in contiguous memory spaces. So in array, memory is allocated in a type of contiguous memories. All the memory allocation are adjacent to each other and the number of elements in the array is the size of the arrays. Here we have to mention the size of array. That is, for example, in array, how many elements we are going to store. For example, 20 elements, 30 elements, 50 elements can be stored in that. So that determines the size of the array. For example, here array elements. These are the arrays. What is it is declared as an integer. What are the elements we are going to store here is 2, 4, 8, 12, 16, 18. Then array indexes. What is an array index? In arrays, memory locations are intimated by the array indexes. Array indexes starts from the number 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For this, we are going to allocate the array of sizes A of 6. Array of size, it is intimated by the subscript square brackets. So in this same number of integer values, many number of can be stored together in arrays. The memory location in the array are known as element of array. The total number of elements in the array is called the length. The memory location means that is in arrays where it is going to store memory locations. Suppose it allocated this way. If suppose A of 6, if you are giving, it allocates the 0 to 6, that is 7 spaces in memory allocation, it allocates memory allocation. So that is known as an array length. It can be called as an array length. The elements of array is accessed with reference to its position in array, that is called the index or subscript. That is, array position should be indexed by a subscript value. It is in square bracket. Using square bracket, you can access the arrays. Declaration of an array. Like a regular variable, an array must be declared before it is used. A typical declaration for an array. Type, name, elements. Type in the valid. Name is an valid identifier element. Okay. What it means is, how we are going to declare the arrays. It is like a normal declaration. How variable, all the variable name you are declaring by the data type, same array can be declared with the same data type. Excess it can be to determine the array length. To determine the array length, we have to use square brackets. That will be the difference. Otherwise, it is like a normal declaration, like a normal elements. Explanation. Suppose, for example, it would be a integer num in subscript 6. Integer is a data type. Num is a name of an array. array name we are going to give, and subscript this determines the size of the array. It means for this the index value will be integer num of 0, integer num of 1, integer num of 2, like this. The index value num of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will be allocated in memory spaces. In memory spaces for this array type of, it will be allocated like this: num of 0, num of 1, num of 2, num of 3, num of 4, num of 5, num of 6. So this determines the 6. So in array we have going to have the 6 elements. Program. This will be the example program. Example program: hash include IO hash include string, using namespaces standard, integer main. What did this means? This is a simple program for an array. IO and the string are the header files, because why we are using the string? We are going to use here data type as a string. We are going to call the string values. This is the main function. Now here we are declaring the arrays and initializing the elements to the arrays. We are declaring the arrays and initializing the elements to an array. Data type fruit in subscript 5. String is a data type. Fruit is an array name. 5 is here length of the array. So we are going to have 5 elements here. So for this, index will be in the memory space as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It will be, index will be calculated here. So array elements are indicated in array by an curly braces. So in curly braces, we are calling the 5 string values: apple, mango, banana, orange and grapes. So these are the string values we are calling here. Then looping for integer I. In arrays, we have to call the arrays. We have to display the array elements only by the for loop, because the subscript we are calling by this. For integer I is equal to 0, I is less than 5, I plus plus. Then in curly braces, cout fruits. So to display this array of elements, we are calling the array. First initially it will be the 0. When it comes inside fruit of 0. Fruit of 0 means what it will be the array elements for this apple will be displayed. Then after that I will be incremented. Then I is equal to 1. Fruit of 1. What is the fruit of 1? Mango. Then I will be incremented to 2. It comes down. It checks for the condition. Condition is true. It is less than 5. So it is go on. So apple, mango, banana, orange, grapes. For this index value is fruit of 0, fruit of 1, fruit of 2 and 3 and 4. This is the index values. So index values we are going to display this. So this will be the output for this. This loop will be executed 5 times. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be executed 5 times the loop, because it is the starting value 0. From the index value it is executed and the output is displayed here. Apple, mango, banana, orange, grapes. Then we are going to see the types of arrays. There are 3 types of arrays: one-dimensional array, two-dimensional array, multi-dimensional array. What will be the one-dimensional array? It will be the single subscript. Two-dimensional array, 2 subscript will be done. That is example for the matrix. In matrix, two-dimensional matrix, that is the rows and columns. Multi-dimensional, it will be a 3D and 4D matrix multiplications. Everything can be followed. One-dimensional arrays. In one-dimensional array, the elements are stored in the contiguous memory location, where each element is accessed by using the single index value. It is a linear data structure stored in the sequence. So what will be the one-dimensional arrays? In one-dimensional array, we are going to use the single subscript. So these are the one-dimensional array. What it is, the upper limit is that index values 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and go on. So 2, 42, 71, these are the elements. So in memory locations, all the array elements are stored by the index values and indicates the size of the value. It is another name is a linear array. Also, arrays will be stored in only in the linear format. Declaration of an array: data type, array name, and array size. Same as that. So different data types can be used. Array name, it is a user wish, and array size. You have to intimate the array size. So for example, integer data type, even number is an array name, and 5 will be the array size. Initialization of single dimensional array. Now here we are initializing the array elements. Array elements should be initialized by the curly braces. So data type, array name, array size as usual declaration, and we have to initialize the elements in the curly braces. So for example, integer even number of 5, we are giving the elements 0, 2, 4, 6 and 8. So one simple example program for this one-dimensional array. So here program to take values of the array from the user and print away. We are receiving the array values and we are going to print the values. That's all. So here as usual header file hash include string using namespace, then main function. Here we are declaring the array as integer a of 5. So what is our array name? We are keeping the array name as 5 and length of the array is 5. Array name is A. Now we are doing cout, enter the values of an integer array. Now here we are normally getting the integer values. That is, we are going to receive the 5 values. That's all. We are going to receive the 5 values. So that's what enter the value of an integer array. So simply we are entering 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Taking input and storing it in an array. Now in array form we are going to display it. For this, we are going to use the loop statement, for loop statement for integer I is equal to 0. I is less than 5 and plus I. We are incrementing I. Now see in what it going to take the values. First it is going to take A of I. What is the I value? 0. So A of 0. A of 0 means it is the first element. Displaying integer, it is going to display the element. After that I value get incremented, then I value becomes 1, then A of 1 it is going to print the second values, go on. So this loop will be iterated for the 5 times. After storing the values in an array, we are going to printing the values in the statement by the for loop. So this will be the output for this. Advantages of an array. What are the advantages of an array? Efficient random access. So this is a linear process. This is a linear array. Array provides constant time access to element using their index, making data retrieval and manipulation faster. So it is a linear type of array. Contiguous memory allocation is there. So arrays are followed by the index values and it is a constant fixed time. Memory efficiency. Arrays stores elements in contiguous memory allocation, making them memory efficient for homogeneous data types. So, by using this contiguous memory allocation, we have efficiency in the memories. So, it helps to manipulate the data in efficient manner. Simple and easy to use. So, normally, arrays are straightforward to declare and use, making them accessible to beginners and widely used. So by using arrays, we have many advantages for the declaration. For accessing, initializing arrays, it will be easier for the beginners to access the array elements. Predictable performance. Since arrays have a fixed size, accessing elements is predictable and fast. Arrays have fixed size, accessible elements in predictable.